Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your sources and really pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight.
That's the goal.
Today, we're diving into the latest random technical news you can possibly use from Andrew Kagan. This one's dated August 15, 2025, so it's fresh.
Hot off the press.
Think of this as your shortcut to staying incredibly well-informed on what's happening in the tech world right now.
From Azure updates, AI, security, it covers a lot of ground.
It really does. It's a curated selection of updates, articles, videos. Our mission today is to navigate these headlines, uncover the practical stuff, maybe find a few surprises.
Sounds good.
So grab your favorite beverage because, okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
We're kicking off with Azure. It's the backbone for so much in the cloud, isn't it?
Absolutely fundamental.
We see a general Azure update, August 8, 2025. Standard stuff, perhaps, but then things get really interesting with AI.
That seems to be the theme lately.
Right. We have Agent Factory, common use cases and design patterns for agentic AI. Now, for our listener, this sounds intriguing. What exactly is agentic AI? And why is this Agent Factory important?
Well, what's fascinating here is how Azure is moving beyond just, hosting apps.
Yeah.
It's actively enabling the creation of intelligent autonomous systems.
Okay.
So agentic AI refers to AI agents that can act independently or collaborate with each other. Think of the A2A, that's agent-to-agent protocol mentioned in the glossary.
Allowing different AI systems to work together.
Exactly. And this agent factory, it suggests a structured, maybe even standardized way to build and deploy these sophisticated AI behaviors, makes it more accessible.
Right, like templates or patterns for complex AI.
Precisely, lowering the barrier to entry for companies.
And for those dealing with hybrid environments, part cloud, part on-prem, there's Azure Logic Apps hybrid deployment model. What does that mean for businesses practically?
This is all about flexibility.
Yeah.
It means you can leverage the power of Azure Logic Apps for automating workflows.
Which is huge for efficiency.
Huge, but you can do it even if some of your systems or maybe sensitive data reside on premises, not purely in the cloud.
So it bridges the gap.
It absolutely bridges that gap between existing infrastructure and those cloud capabilities. You don't have to go all in immediately.
Makes sense. Okay, moving from infrastructure to the tools many of us use daily, Microsoft 365.
Yep, the productivity suite.
And here's where it gets really interesting for managing desktop environments, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The newsletter mentions using Winget with Intune. Now, can you explain maybe first what Winget is?
Sure. Winget is Microsoft's package manager for Windows. Think of it like a command line tool for quickly finding and installing applications.
Like apt-get or Homebrew, but for Windows.
That's a good analogy, yes.
So why is integrating that with Intune such a significant development for IT pros managing all those Windows devices?
Well, integrating it with Intune Microsoft's cloud endpoint management means IT departments can streamline software deployment and management across their organization's devices much more efficiently.
So less manual work.
Way less manual effort. And more consistency.
Yeah.
Think about patching, updates, rolling out new software. It becomes much more automated and reliable. It frees up IT to focus on, frankly, more strategic things.
Like security or maybe planning those AI rollouts we just talked about.
Exactly. It's a force multiplier for IT teams.
Another big one here. Windows 365 DRPCs in the cloud. Microsoft tests new capabilities. DocR, of course, disaster recovery. What's the implication of having disaster recovery specifically for cloud PCs?
This is a crucial advancement. Really important for business continuity.
How so?
Well, if your organization relies on cloud PCs through Windows 365, having DR capabilities means your users can quickly regain access to their virtual desktops and applications, even after a major disruption.
Like a data center outage or something.
Exactly. Or ransomware, or any major event. It builds in resilience. It minimizes downtime, minimizes potential data loss. That's incredibly valuable, keeps the business running.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that continuity sometimes.
Absolutely not.
We also see mentions of the Microsoft 365 Empower Platform community call. Always good to keep an eye on those. And the automatic installation of new Office apps for Windows 11. Just smoothing things out for users.
Little quality of life improvements, yeah.
Okay, let's shift to the Power Platform and Dynamics 365. This is where low code meets, well, increasingly high intelligence, right?
Definitely. The AI infusion here is accelerating.
And the headline, GBSay 5 now available in Microsoft Copilot Studio. Really stands out. This feels like a massive leap.
It is a huge leap.
What does the availability of GPT-5, specifically in Copilot Studio, mean for developers? and maybe even those citizen developers,
So connecting this to the bigger picture, it means truly cutting-edge AI capabilities are becoming accessible within these low-code or even no-code environments.
making it easier to build smart stuff.
Right. Copilot Studio is designed to build AI assistants, chatbots, integrating GPT-5 just dramatically enhances their intelligence, the
Hmm.
natural language understanding, their generation capabilities.
So the chatbots get smarter,
Yeah.
more human-like.
Much more sophisticated, much more human-like interactions become possible, allows people without deep AI expertise to build really powerful agents.
Wow. And building on that, we see build agents directly from Power Pages Studio, Preview,
Mm-hmm.
and Dataverse Knowledge in Copilot Studio, multi-line and file columns.
Yeah, this shows how these AI agents are becoming deeply embedded across the whole Power
And
Platform.
integrated everywhere.
Exactly. Being able to build agents right from Power Pages Studio, that's for creating websites, means you can put AI directly into web experiences without complex coding.
Seamless integration.
And the Dataverse part. Letting Copilot Studio access richer data types like multi-line file columns means the agents can draw on more complex information. They become more knowledgeable, more useful.
So they're not just working off simple text fields anymore.
Right. They can understand documents, longer text entries, makes them much smarter in context. And we also see the Copilot Studio plus Azure AI Integration Power Cat webinar. PowerC is Microsoft's customer advisory team for Power Platform. They help drive this stuff.
Good to know. Okay, let's shift gears again. How is AI transforming the actual process of building and deploying software? The world of DevOps and SRE.
Yeah, this is another area seeing huge change.
Unsurprisingly, GPT-5 shows up here too. GPT-5, now in Visual Studio. How does having GPT-5 directly in a developer's IDE, their main coding tool, change their daily work?
I mean, this fundamentally changes the developer experience. It's not just about slightly better code suggestions.
More than autocomplete.
Oh, way beyond just code completion.
Yeah.
GPT-5 in VS implies much more advanced code generation, like writing whole functions or classes based on a description.
Wow.
Plus, smarter debugging assistance, maybe even understanding the entire project context to offer better suggestions or find complex bugs.
So it's like having a super intelligent pair programmer.
Kind of, yeah. It's about accelerating productivity, potentially reducing errors, letting developers focus on the harder problems.
That sounds like a big productivity boost. The newsletter also asks, can platform engineering accelerate AI adoption? And highlights how top tech teams use AI for dev productivity. Clearly a major trend.
Undeniable, AI is becoming part of the toolkit.
But then there's this one, fascinating and potentially controversial, vibe coding, the new shadow IT. Oh, okay, what on earth is vibe coding?
Haha, yeah, that's a great name, isn't it?
It is. But why might it be considered shadow IT?
Okay, so this raises that classic tension. Control versus innovation. Vibe coding, as the glossary explains it, is this AI-assisted development approach. It emphasizes experimentation, creative flow.
So less structured.
Less structured, yeah. A human and an AI acting almost like jam session partners or pair programmers just trying things out. Great for rapid prototyping, maybe learning new things quickly.
Sounds potentially cool. So where's the shadow IT risk?
The risk, the shadow IT aspect, comes from its potential to create code that isn't rigorously structured, maybe not tested to production standards, perhaps bypassing the usual security checks or quality gates within an organization.
Ah, so stuff gets built quickly, but maybe unsafely or without oversight.
Exactly. It's that trade-off between speed and governance. Central IT might not even know this code exists or how it works, which is a classic shadow IT problem.
Got it. That makes sense. We also see a very technical mention, WASET, Rust-powered WASM to MCP bridge. Can you translate that? MCP is the Model Context Protocol for AI.
Right. Okay, deep breath. This sounds super technical, and it is, but think of it like building better plumbing for AI.
Okay.
Rust is a programming language known for safety and speed. WASM, or WebAssembly, lets code run efficiently anywhere. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, is like the language these advanced AI models use to talk to each other or understand context.
So WASET connects these things.
Exactly. It's a bridge built with safe, fast Rust using portable WASM to connect things using the new AI communication standard, MCP. It's about making the underlying infrastructure for advanced AI faster, more reliable, more secure. Foundational work.
Okay, foundational work for the future of AI communication. Got it. Now, this next section is all about the cutting edge of AI, and, well, GPT-5 is clearly the star.
It's the elephant in the room, yes.
We have Introducing GPT-5 Overview. ChatGPT-5 features in Microsoft Copilot, and Microsoft broadens GPT-5 offerings. This is clearly massive news. What's the key takeaway? The single most important thing about GPT-5's arrival.
I think the most significant takeaway is just how widespread and accessible its introduction is.
Accessible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at the industry news and trends section. It confirms GPT-5 is here free, no subscription needed.
Free. Wow.
That's the game changer. This means a major advancement in large language models, incredibly powerful AI, is now essentially democratized. It's available to a much broader audience, directly integrated into tools people already use, like Microsoft Copilot.
So it's not just for big companies or researchers anymore.
Not at all. It's being put into the hands of millions, potentially. That accelerates everything. Innovation, adoption, competition. It puts huge pressure on competitors, too.
Right. And then there's this truly provocative title, No More SQL. Managing databases with MCP workflow. Okay, is SQL really going away?
Right.
Is the era of structured query language over because of AI and this model context protocol?
Well, no more SQL is probably hyperbole for effect. SQL isn't disappearing overnight.
Okay, good. I was worried for a second.
It's still foundational for relational databases. But that MCP workflow idea suggests a shift. It implies that AI models, using this model context protocol, can increasingly interact with and manage data in databases using more intuitive, natural language ways.
So I could just tell the AI to get me the sales data for Q3.
Potentially, yes, or more complex things. It's about AI acting as an intelligent layer over traditional data management. It could abstract away some of the direct SQL interaction for certain tasks, making data more accessible.
Interesting. So not replacing SQL, but maybe changing how we interact with data.
Precisely, a new interface layer.
We also see the full MOPL's blueprint, Part 3, emphasizing operationalizing machine learning models, getting them into production reliably.
Which is critical. Building the model is one thing. Running it reliably at scale is MLOps.
Okay, no tech news roundup is complete without security, compliance, and privacy. It's an ever-evolving landscape, isn't it?
A constant battle, really.
The newsletter highlights Project Ire, autonomous malware identification at scale. Sounds like AI fighting AI.
That's exactly what it sounds like. It indicates using advanced AI, machine learning, to identify and respond to malware automatically at a huge scale.
Which you need, given the volume of threats.
Absolutely essential. It's about automating the defense side, making it faster and more effective than humans alone could ever be, trying to keep pace with automated attacks.
And maybe related to our earlier vibe coding chat, there's Campfire Watch, detecting shadow AI and controlling access, a direct response to uncontrolled AI use.
Seems like it. A direct and frankly necessary response. Shadow AI, that's AI tools or services used inside a company without official IT approval or oversight.
Like someone using a cool new AI tool they found online for work tasks.
Exactly. Which can be great for productivity, but risky for data security or compliance. Campfire Watch sounds like a system designed to give organizations visibility into that usage and, importantly, control over it.
So IT can see what AI is being used and manage the risk.
Right. Crucial for security and governance in this new AI era.
We also see some very specific and frankly scary threats listed. Things IT teams need to know now.
Yeah, these are the sharp end.
Prevent data theft in Microsoft 365. Native phishing. Microsoft 365 apps abused in attacks.
Phishing happening inside the apps themselves. Very tricky.
Advanced AD to intralateral movement. That sounds bad. Potentially using techniques like Kerberoasting from the glossary.
Yes, that's about attackers moving deeper into a network after an initial breach using sophisticated identity system exploits. Very dangerous.
And Windows EPM poisoning exploit chain. EPM is the endpoint mapper.
Right. That points to a specific vulnerability chain that could allow attackers to gain higher privileges on Windows systems. These are all critical alerts.
So what's the takeaway for security teams?
It underscores the constant need for vigilance, for robust security tools like DLP, data loss prevention, but also for understanding these specific attack vectors. You need to know how attackers are trying to get in now to defend effectively. Patching, monitoring, user training, all essential.
Constant vigilance. Okay, let's move to learning and certifications. This speaks directly to you, our listener, the learner. How to skill up in this crazy tech world.
Yeah, how to keep up.
We see some very practical tutorials. API security, DevSecOps for beginners, integrating security into development.
DevSecOps absolutely critical now.
Time series forecasting in Python beginner tutorial, that's data science.
Core skill.
And even install and configure Windows Server 2025 in 30 minutes. Very hands-on, very practical stuff.
What's great here is how immediately applicable these are. They address current in-demand skills, API security, basic data science, fundamental server admin. These are things people need to know today.
Real-world skills for the job market.
Exactly. Very practical focus.
But then, the AI theme surges back in learning. Build your entire AI workforce in one afternoon, and build an autonomous agent in Copilot Studio step by step.
Okay, that sounds ambitious. Maybe a bit fantastical.
Yeah, the titles are definitely attention-grabbing. Entire AI workforce in an afternoon might be stretching it a bit.
Just a bit.
But they highlight this incredible democratization of AI development we've been talking about. The tools, like Copilot Studio, are becoming so accessible.
So it is realistic for someone relatively new to build something meaningful.
Yes, absolutely. Someone can genuinely follow a step-by-step guide and build a functional autonomous agent using Copilot Studio, especially now with GPT-5 integrated. It shows the power is shifting into more hands.
What does that mean for traditional learning paths, maybe certifications?
It suggests a shift, maybe less focus on deep theory for everyone and more on practical implementation skills. How do you use these powerful tools effectively and responsibly? Certifications might evolve to reflect that managing AI, applying it, rather than just building models from scratch. Interesting. Focus on application. Okay, finally, let's look at the broader industry news and trends, the big picture stuff.
The context for all this.
We've hit the biggest one already. GPT-5 is here free, no subscription needed. What's the largest strategic ripple effect of that move by Microsoft?
Beyond just democratizing it, I think it's about embedding their AI everywhere and locking users into their ecosystem. By making it free in tools like Copilot, they massively increase usage and gather data, which further improves the models.
A virtuous cycle for them.
And it puts immense pressure on competitors who might have been planning subscription models. It forces their hand. It's a very aggressive strategic play to dominate the AI platform space.
Makes sense. And speaking of competition, there's Edge Copilot mode versus Perplexity. What does this specific comparison tell us about where AI-powered search or browsing is heading?
It shows this intense competition, this race, to define how AI changes our interaction with information online.
Two different approaches.
Sort of. Edge Copilot integrates AI into the browser experience. Perplexity is more of a standalone AI answer engine, focused on sourced, direct answers.
So embedded AI versus dedicated AI search.
Right. And the trend seems to be that AI is becoming a fundamental layer on top of information, not just a separate destination. It's moving beyond just search boxes to being contextually aware assistants.
Changing how we find and use information fundamentally?
I think so, yes.
And just a quick note here. Microsoft named leader in Gartner MQ for container management. A solid validation for their Azure cloud platform beyond just AI.
Definitely. Shows strength in core cloud infrastructure, too, which is important context. Kubernetes, containers, still vital.
So we've covered a remarkable amount of ground today. Azure infrastructure, M365 tools, Power Platform AI, DevOps transformation, the GPT-5 wave, security battles learning, all from just one newsletter digest.
It really highlights the pace, doesn't it?
It truly underscores how rapidly the tech landscape is evolving. AI isn't just one section anymore, it's woven through everything.
Indeed. This deep dive into Andrew Kagan's newsletter really brings out, I think, two major interconnected themes. First, that pervasive, accelerating integration of advanced AI like GPT-5 across all layers of tech.
From the foundations up to the apps we use.
Exactly. And second, tied directly to that, is the continuous evolution of security challenges. The more intelligent and connected our systems become, the more sophisticated the threats and the more advanced the solutions needed to protect them.
It's a constant push and pull.
Always.
It's a lot to take in, for sure, but incredibly valuable for anyone trying to stay informed, maybe figure out where to focus their learning.
Absolutely. Keeping up is key.
So thinking about all these advancements, especially things like vibe coding, and the idea you can build your entire AI workforce in one afternoon, it leads to a big question, doesn't it? So here's something for you, our listener, to think about. In a world where AI can so readily generate code, write text, create images, assist in all these creative tasks, what do you think truly defines human creativity now? Where do we provide unique value?
That's a deep one. Worth pondering.
Definitely something to mull over.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel a little more well-informed, maybe a bit inspired.
Hope it was useful.
Until next time.